Hey go and welcome to another relationship vid. So I've been around for 30 plus years and I've learned the keys to having a successful relationship. I know the keys of how to make a successful relationship work. I have been through hell with some of them. The only decent relationship I've ever had in my past is one that went for 6 years, and even that wasn't good due to the fact that I messed up in that one. So I'll tell you reasons also why to be single, why to be in a relationship also in this vid. So my current relationship status is in a relationship. Surprise, surprise. But why? Why have I decided to be in a relationship after coming out of a very toxic one? So the most important thing about before you get into a relationship, you've got to know who you are and you've got to know what you want. You can't just jump straight into a relationship after you've broken up with the previous one unless you know the person and unless you know that that person is who you want. See, for me, I have only thought about being married to one person in my life. When that didn't work out, I was like, fuck marriage, fuck having kids and all that kind of shit because I just didn't think it was something I wanted. But as you get older and you start to realize how life's so short, you kind of think, yeah, it kind of would be cool to have one little one, after you go, to carry the generation, I suppose. So you're kind of hoping you have a son in that case, but and then you kind of hope that son has a kid, so on and so forth. But for me, I wasn't ever a sort of guy that would want a relationship in general because I was happy being single. I was happy, doing my own thing. I could go wherever I want, watch whatever I want, wear whatever I want, do whatever I want without someone, complaining. Like, I know some people I've dated, like, you can't talk to female girls, you know, and I know some guys that go to their girlfriends, you can't talk to males. I can tell you that that'll never work. It's funny because the last person that said that to me was actually cheating on me behind my back anyway, so didn't bother me now because that relationship, I'll be honest, I never wanted in the first place. I didn't have feelings for the person. I didn't love the person. It was what it was, sadly. I knew they weren't good enough for me and I was like happy to get out, and I got out when I knew that it wasn't going to go anywhere. I wanted nothing to do with that person, and I since then have not had anything to do with that person. This current relationship that I'm in is filming at this time of day at night. This person straight away was like, yeah, I'll be your girlfriend. And I was like, oh, cool, It's someone as beautiful and intelligent of her saying yes to me was a bit of a shock. She does have a great job. She works. She has a license. She doesn't do drugs. She doesn't hang around the wrong sort of people. She's not a schizo. She's very easily someone I can talk to and open up and trust. She's shy, but that's what relationships are when they first start off with. You're always too shy because you've just been hurt and you don't want to like rush things. She appreciates me is the most important thing, and that's the key to a relationship. Is your partner's got to appreciate you, and they've got to do the things that make you happy. Long distance makes things a little bit harder for people, but there are ways to have a successful long distance relationship. And whether you live in another state or another country, two different things. Country would be too hard, too expensive, and you've got to understand that even if you're having vid sex every night with your person that's overseas, it's still not real. It's still, unless you see the person, it will be a very big strain on your relationship. I would say 9 out of 10 times that doesn't work if they're overseas. In the States, not too bad. So mine's just a 1 or 2 hour plane ride over. That's fine. I can do that, and it's not expensive. I guess if I was a girl, and I was doing a long distance relationship with a guy that lived interstate, I'd be making sure that before he goes to bed at nights that I'm the last person he sees. You know, I'm in like sexy lingerie or fucking having a vid chat and telling him I love him and kiss him and all that kind of stuff. Little things like that can help a long distance relationship. You've got to understand that if you can't physically be in each other's arms, then you have to work around that, like video chats, phone sex, video sex, sexy outfits on both parties. That will work. You've also in a relationship got to be wanting the same thing. So if you're, and I'll leave videos in the corner of the screens about other relationship videos done, but you've got to want the same thing. So if your partner wants marriage and kids and you don't want that, I can tell you now, it ain't gonna work, because you're supposed to do the right thing by the person you love. So you do have to say, hang on, you know, I want kids, but you don't. Like, it's a bit selfish. So my current situation is, I would like a kid. I would like marriage. And this person has said to me, yep, that's cool. That is absolute cool. If it goes down that track, you know, you never know. She was saying to me the other day that she really does appreciate me, and she thinks that since I've been in her life, I've made her life better. And that is really beautiful. Both me and her are scared of being in a relationship, which is normal because what she's been through and what I've been through. It's very hard to trust somebody. It is very hard to, you know, think that this person is too good to be true. And when you have BPD or, you know, schizophrenia or bipolar or something, it does make a relationship hard because you both overthink things. Now, my partner trusts me and I trust her. And I couldn't say that about the one before her or the one before that. And I had every reason last time, the one before her, because the other one, you know, was actually talking to other guys behind my back. So it was cool. Like, I know now, but I'm glad to be away from that toxic person. But this current relationship, I gotta admit that I don't have those worries. Like I said, my partner works a lot. And to me, she's not just a girlfriend, she's a super mum. She's a superhero. I am very attracted to her. She's very attracted to me. She thinks I'm funny, romantic, loving, caring, and she can trust me. And I think the reason why me and her have got off to a good start is because we have a strong foundation. And I've said this in many vids. For a successful relationship, you have to have a strong foundation. You know, foundation's got to have trust. You've both got to want the same things, like the same things. You've both got to be 50-50, mostly important in a relationship. It's not fair if one person's paying for everything or one person's driving. You know, it's got to be 50-50 now. My successful relationship of 6 years, that person didn't do drugs, didn't smoke, you know, didn't have any filthy habits. She didn't drive, but she did work. And it was hard. Sometimes, you know, I wasn't well. I was a bit tired, and it'd be lovely to have her drive back, but, you know, she did pay for a lot of things. She did shout me a lot of things. Even the recent ex that was absolutely horrible to me, she bought me a few things, which was quite nice. I didn't ask her to do that, but she just did it. So I got to give her some credit for that. And I got to give her some credit that she never asked me for money. That's another thing that I've got to respect. But a relationship's not about money or what you have or don't have. It's about two people just making each other feel good when they're around each other. Or if they're away, you know, a little simple, you know, I'll give you an example, right? So my missus goes to bed early, right? She goes to bed early. This is the message she'll get tomorrow when she wakes up. This is a relationship thing that maybe you guys can do for your partner. So listen to this. This is what I'm going to send her. Hey, beautiful. I hope today you have a lovely day. I hope all is well. I appreciate you so much. You're the most amazing person I have in my life right now. You truly are breathtaking in every way. And I'm so glad that even though you're far away, you'll always be close in my heart. To the most beautiful person in my life, I love you so much. If you ever need anything, don't hesitate to message me anytime. Anyways, it's 12:26 at night. I hope everything goes well today, and if you need me, just message me. And when you wake up, feel free, whatever time it is, to ring me, because I appreciate you, and I love you with all my heart. Yep, a message like that. So she'll wake up, and she'll have that message. There we go. So I told, did I tell her she was beautiful? Anyways, make sure you tell your partner that she's beautiful, obviously, too. I think I did, yeah. So, little things like that can help a relationship. And by the way, she will get that in the morning. So, like, she'll probably get it like 6, 7 in the morning, so. And I'll be asleep, but. Actually, she probably won't even get it that time of morning if she doesn't see her phone. I do sometimes message her and be like, not get a message all day, because she's a very busy lady. But I'll send her another message on Messenger later and get her to read that one. So it's stuff like that that doesn't cost money, and it shows you appreciate the person. You don't need to send dick pics or fucking breast pics or anything like that. I'll tell you something about the long distance relationship, and a lot of my female friends have talked to me about this. Not all women, send sexy pics to their man. If they live in the same place, then they don't have to, because obviously they can just be with their man. But I have a friend that's dating someone that's interstate, and she says to me, she sends him photos every night because, she wants him to go to bed knowing that, so she knows that he's going to be happy every time he goes to bed, basically. Because the last thing he sees before he closes his eyes is his missus in some sexy lingerie and, showing how much she loves and appreciates him. And I think that's really cool. Because, some people are different. Some women, are happy to do the pick things. Some people are not. Me, personally, when I was in a 6-year relationship, so I saw my partner every day, right? Whether it was like on webcam, whether it was like there in person. So the story, why it lasted 6 years, because we weren't living together 24/7. We weren't going to work together. So we weren't always in each other's face. Like, she lived 30 minutes away. So basically on a Sunday night to a Wednesday night, she was at hers. And even when she was here, Wednesday to Sunday here, she worked Friday and Saturday. So I would literally be asleep Friday and Saturday morning, and when I wake up, she's already at work. And she worked all day. So we weren't always in each other's space. And I think that's a good thing in a relationship. She can do her thing, I can do my thing. And I think that's what successful relationships work, because, you don't have to be in each other's face. Even my mum and dad, successful marriage of 40 fucking years, they're not always in each other's face. Mum goes off to her thing on every Monday, and most of the day dad's outside doing his thing and mum's doing her thing in here. Like, they're never in each other's face. And I think that's the key to a successful relationship. You've still got to do your own thing. The other thing too to note, that if you know your partner likes something, whether it's certain clothing or certain food or something, the more you do for your partner, the more they love you, the more they want to be with you, the more, I'll tell you something, right? So this is a little story. I won't say who the person is. So my female friend, she's getting to know someone, right? She's very beautiful, right? And she wants to impress her man, right? So, and before you say anything, no, I've not seen what she wears or pics or anything that she's described to me, but she wants to impress her man. So she's like, all right, how do I impress my man? Like, I really want him to make me like the only person he thinks about. And I said, well, all men like, you know, girls that dress up, sexy clothing. And I said to her, you know, have you got costumes and stuff? She goes, oh, I'm not really a costume sort of person, but I got a couple of mini skirts. I'm like, oh, you got any checkered ones? And she's like, yeah. And I said, oh, you know, what colour? And she was like, oh, I got a red and black checkered mini skirt, like a schoolgirl skirt. I'm like, oh, yeah. I said to her, I told her this idea. So I said, all right, you wear that with like, say, a sexy lacy bra and some suspended stockings, and do your like hair in pigtails, like a little, and put glasses on like a naughty schoolgirl. So she did that for her partner. Long story short, her partner really liked that. And I said, that's what guys like. Their partners dressing sexy, or, you know, going out of their way. I think that's the key also to a successful relationship. You know, we go out of our comfort zone to make our partners happy. I was dating someone that, like I said, wore just leggings and a black top. And I said, it doesn't do it for me. Like, I love you, babe, but fucking, it doesn't do it for me. The moment she got out of the black clothing, the black leggings and the black t-shirts, and started to wear colour, oh my God, it changed who she was. She became a very happier person. Colour came to her face. And I'll tell you something, man, like, there was one time where specifically, I remember this, like, and I've told this story before. I remember coming over to her place one night and I saw her like in this beautiful, just normal dress, like a nice colourful, like flowery dress, right, with just brown stockings. Yeah. When I saw her that night, I was like, damn, you're beautiful. Long story short, 40 minutes later after sex, I was feeling that afterwards. Whew. But I'm just saying, like, sometimes as women, we got to go out of our comfort zone to impress our man. Like, our man, don't get me wrong, our man's supposed to love us for us, yeah? But sometimes you've got to be like, I really want to make him happy. I want him to always have me on his mind. I want him to think, you know, I don't want him looking at other girls. I want him looking at me, kind of thing. It's like us guys, you know, we can't wear anything sexy to, you know, impress our ladies. Like, don't get me wrong, I got nothing under here, so I'm not going to expose myself on camera like I usually do. But my missus has seen all of me. She ain't disappointed, by the way. Just on the download. But it's not, and I've said this to my missus, it's not about clothing, it's not about, you know, buying stuff. It's the little things like showing you appreciate them, showing them you love them, showing them that, say if they've got kids, you bring the, you know, you're not just dating someone, you know, just for them, you're dating their kids as well. So, for example, the relationship I'm in, the person has kids. And this is a tip to all the guys out there that dates people that have kids. You've got to understand that kids come first in their life. And you come second/third. The responsibility as their partner, as their boyfriend or fiance, is you're not just going out with the mother. You're going out with all of them. Your responsibility at the end of the day is to appreciate them all equally. Whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it doesn't matter how many kids. You've got to show you appreciate all of them. Now, for some guys that can't handle that, they're pussies. I don't call men that can't handle kids are men, because if you're going to have a future with this person and they got kids, you got to be a man and play the father role. Even if you're not the father, you've got to accept the role. You've got to accept that sometimes you're not going to get a bit of nookie at nights because the kids are awake. You're going to have to accept that you're not going to get a bit of lonely time with the kids. Especially if you're first dating the person for the first, you know, few months. You may never get sex in those few months. You may even get to a point where you're so stressed because the kids are too much. My advice, if it gets to that situation, you go outside and just chill. You know, my partner, like I said, has explained to me, oh, how are you going to handle all this? And I'm like, I handle drunk poker players for a living. I've helped previous relationship with 3 kids. You've just got to understand that when you date a woman with kids, she's been through a lot. You know, she's got kids, she's got a job, she's got a lot on her plate. It's your role at the end of the day to make her feel good. It's your role at the end of the day to make her day feel beautiful. When your partner says, "Oh, I'm not attractive, I'm ugly," no, your role is to tell her, "No, you're beautiful, babe." You got to show in a relationship how much you appreciate them and what you're willing to do for them. Because if you're just going to sit back and not even message them, I know sometimes people say, well, how much messaging or ringing is enough? I would say that's a tough one. But you want the answer, don't you? I would say a text first thing in the morning to, you know, like I just did then. One in the afternoon, like midday, saying, you know, how you going? Hope it's all well, safe. And just before bed. 3 times is enough. Or if you vid every couple of hours, that's still good. You don't want to be texting every 5 minutes, 10 minutes. There's a lot of people that like that. And I think the reason why they do that is because they can't trust their partner. They are worried about losing their partner. Like, I tell you something. You can't live every day like you're going to lose your partner. You've got to understand that your partner, if they work, they can't message you during work. And if they've got kids, you know. See, my partner gets up at the crack of dawn, like 7 in the morning, 6 in the morning, right? I know for a fact that between 8 at night and 6 in the morning, there's no contact there whatsoever. Alright? Even though I stay up to like 4 or 5 in the morning. So there's no contact there. I know when she goes to work, she's not going to pick up her phone and ring me during work. So basically between, I would say 6 in the morning, well, I'd say between 8 at night till 3, 4 in the afternoon, there is no contact between me and my partner. You may think, fuck, that's extreme. How do you do it? It's a struggle, but she's got to get her kids ready for school, then she's got to go to work, then pick up the kids, and yeah, roughly 4:30, 5 o'clock her time, you know, that's when we usually talk. And then, you know, she's got to, you know, make food and dinner for them and the kids. So I don't really get to talk to her as much as I'd want to when she's working, but we make it work. We do make it work. Like, she knows that even if it's 6 in the morning and I'm asleep, she can give me a call. I just said that on the message, you know, I don't care if she wakes me up, because even 5 minutes of the day to me is an effort. I have decent friends that call themselves friends that don't even message me. Not even once in a day. Oh, but they love and care about me. If you love and care about me, you don't even message me. I send messages on Facebook and I get, like, they read it, but they don't fucking send me one back. So, but I'm telling you, my current partner right now is really lovely. I would love to have a future with her if it all works out. You know, I've only been in love once before, and that was my 6-year relationship. Though my first love, you know, when I was 19, she was nice. She was decent. I guess that was my first love theoretically, and then the one of 6 years would be the second. But this one here, I'm telling you something, we haven't met just yet, but we feel like we've known each other a long time. And I said to her the other day, look, I know you love and appreciate me and care about me. She goes, yeah, of course I do. And I was like, well, she just admitted she loves and cares about me and appreciates. She sent me a message. When was it? I can't actually. So she does like this sweet dreams thing, but I'll tell you, she sent me this really beautiful message. I'm not gonna like give out my personal life too much here. I do know, well, one thing, you being in my life has made me happier. She says, and this is what really, you're amazing. Sometimes I feel like you're too good for me. You're so full of love, and I stumbled on my words. I don't know how to express the way I'm feeling. She always, you know, she doesn't know how to do the lovey-dovey stuff, but she's always appreciative. Like, I appreciate you, she said. She thinks I'm amazing. She thinks I'm too good for her. And now I want to tell everybody in a relationship, no one's too good for anybody. We all have our flaws. Alright. I guess the reason why our partners or us sometimes say we don't feel good enough for the other person is because we've been hurt in the past, and we feel like, you know, we're the reason why we're single, we're the reasons why people don't want to be with us. That's not true. The reason why people don't want to be with us because they can't handle what real love's about. This girl here, I will tell you something. I could spend another 1,000 years searching for someone just like my ex of 6 years. And I don't honestly believe I would find that person. This was a blessing in disguise, this relationship. This was something I really needed at the right time. And I think the perfect stars aligned. The planets all aligned. Everything aligned. So the day I broke up with a person a few weeks ago, this person I knew for a while, for a month or two beforehand, and I was like, you know, I need a decent girl like you in my life. I need a decent person like you as my partner. And long story short, I asked this person to be my partner straight away the very day that I broke up with the other girl, and she said yes. Because she knew what I was about, and she even said to me, I said to her, just out of curiosity, why'd you say yes to me? She goes, because when you find someone so good and so amazing, you don't let that person go to anyone. And she didn't want me going to anyone but her. That was pretty fucking cool. And I agree with her. When you find someone that's so amazing, you don't want some girl, you know, taking the man that could make you happy. And that's what she did. She basically lassoed me and wrapped me into her arms, basically. And into her heart. That's pretty fucking cool. Thought I'd just share that because I don't know, and I admit this, but I don't know what I would have done if she didn't ring me up that day. I might have even gone back, you know, a few days later to that other person. I don't know. I don't think I would have actually. I think my mind was very well made up that I was happy being single if no one came in. There was a lot of Facebook girls that have like said to me, you know, you're a decent guy, Andre. Why do you go out with the trash that you go out with? And it's like, because I feel like I can polish them up and make them better people. But it doesn't happen. I look at some of the people that I've been with in the past and I look and went, these horrible people, they didn't get any better, they got worse. Drugs, jail, pregnant, nasty. But the good thing is none of them are in my life anymore. Why be with someone that's always talking to their exes behind your back and wanting to get back with them and stuff? Why be with someone that doesn't look after their personal hygiene? You know, why be with someone that just doesn't want to work or doesn't want to help their mental health or problems? If you know you've got a problem with your mental health, get medication. If you know you've got a problem with your weight, do something about it. If you know that you may not be good enough for someone, well, make yourself good enough for someone. I'm always trying to improve myself. It's not easy. Anyways, thank you for watching this. It's a 30-minute vid, but yeah, I just thought for some people out there that need a little bit of help on the subject. Reasons to be single, I will just quickly say it. You do get your freedom, and you do get to do whatever you want and talk to whoever you want, but it does get lonely. The perks of being in a relationship is actually being looked after and actually treated right. You find the perfect someone, lasso them like my partner did to me, and not let them go. And that's all I'm going to say. Check the four corners of the screen. I think there's more relationship videos and advice videos. Hope you like it. We are going to get a better webcam. We're looking into 4K, so that'll be pretty cool. And yeah, Mike's pretty good at the moment, so yeah. You'll see some good videos coming up. All right, talk to you soon.